If you're unlucky like I was, you're going to end up with one of those intake manifold bolts being so rusty that you can't get the bolt out. The head is completely rusted away, or rusted away so much that the socket just won't grab on to any of the edges. Then you're going to have to grind down the bolt, and this is what the bolt will look like after you grind it down. Now, to do that, you're going to need a few tools. And Kip at Promasters Only had a good solution, and I followed his advice. I bought a set of these carbide tip cutters, and there's a link in the description. You get a set of 5, but after looking at them, I discovered that this round bit here seemed to have the most cutting action at the top. So that's the only one I actually used out of the set, and I was able to grind off the head of that bolt. Now, it's important that you keep centered so that you're not cutting into the plastic of the manifold. And to do that, you buy these bearings. Now, he used one of each bearing. I discovered using 3 of the small bearings and 2 of the large bearings was the perfect solution for me. And the way this worked was these small bearings go in first, and then these top 2 bearings, that allowed this top one to stick out of the top, and I was able to push down on that and hold that down while I put my cordless drill on here and ground the top of the bolt off. After a little persistence and a few drops of oil down there, grinding, cleaning it out, grinding and cleaning it out, I was able to grind it all the way down to the point where you only saw that stub and the surrounding plastic. Now, the other thing that you're going to need to do this is you're going to need one of these. It's just a little magnetic pickup tool, because you're going to want to put it down in the hole, wiggle it around a little bit, and get all that metal flake out of there. And finally, the last tool is one of these endoscopes or borescopes, so that you can take this camera and put it down into the hole and be able to see if you've gotten the head off or not. Without this, it's going to be very difficult. By doing this, you're going to be able to look down and see the top of that head, and you're not going to see the bolt head, you're just going to see the center of that bolt. And then you know you can pull up on the upper intake manifold and get it off. And for the drill, I didn't have any air tools. I just used my little Ryobi cordless drill, and I was able to grind that off without a problem. Gotta make sure that larger ball bearing goes down in there. And it's smoking when it comes out. I put a couple drops of oil in the hole. Then I go in with the magnetic pickup tool and wiggle that around in there a little bit. And see what I can get off, which is quite a bit actually. So sad. It was nice and loose, but it had to be ground off. And that's it. That broken, ground off bolt caused me a lot of heartache and a lot of grief. I'll be keeping this thing as a reminder.